We live, girl. I'm gonna do
We
my
are
little peace world peace. Peace world peace. Welcome back to Goddess Dawn Speaks, aka the $1 trillion goddess, aka the Queen of Info. We got beautiful spirit here, or she got Miss Kim the Warrior on your
Oh yeah, I do.
so, aka Miss Kim the Warrior. We got somebody in the bushes. It's like damn near 1 o'clock in the morning, y'all. But I have had to like take a break. Oh, we got a comment. Who's up in here? Hey, Mrs. Kiki. Hello, hello. Yeah, we gonna talk about some things because I've been off the grid for a minute, and me and Miss Kim was on the phone yapping, yap, 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 and I was like, let's just go live. Shit. Hey, Charlene.
Oh,
Hey, what's up?
we got warriors in here.
I got a couple warriors up in here, the
Okay.
chosen ones. Oh, you
Yeah.
still up? Okay, cool. Because we're gonna talk about some things. I've been a little behind. I know there's a lot going on, y'all. Oh, it's 9 in the morning there. Happy Sunday. Happy
Yeah.
Sunday, everybody.
Happy Sunday.
Yeah. Well, I first want to just remind y'all to go look at this video that I uploaded. I know Faye, you all in the comments and saw it, but this video was on Diddy's YouTube channel. Did y'all know Diddy had a YouTube channel?
I
this
didn't.
I know, I didn't either. And I saw some of the comments saying, why is this all of a sudden in my algorithm? But it's a 2.5 minute video, and it's a 2017 Rock Nation brunch and Grammys after party that Diddy and Jay-Z co-hosted, y'all. And it's some weird shit in this video that I point out. So go look at it when you get a chance. Click on my videos tab. See the little girls running. This is how it starts. These two little girls running barefoot, talking about, no. So weird, right?
Yeah, no
And
socks.
yeah, no socks, no shoes. And then, Diddy and Jay Z up in here. Look at Jay Z, the old Jay Z. And then I don't know who that man with them glasses are, but they are in this. There's a room, right? And you see Jay Z's coming out that room, and you see this man. Look who's in the room, no child. The man is waving, hi. But I try to blur their faces. But child, it's children, okay? It's some
Little
children,
girl.
little girls. So, and you reminded me of something that was it Adria or no, the other lady.
Tanea Wallace had
Mm-hmm.
mentioned on the TMZ documentary, The Downfall of Diddy. She mentioned was she saw little girls, kids dressed up. I can't ever pronounce the baby dolls with makeup, lipstick on, and their hair was done up, and that's what made her leave.
And that's what we think that was, that these girls were getting ready to get dressed up for the party. Hey, Queen
Yes,
Keish. Oh
you
man.
guys have to check out that video because the girl, the Tanea Wallace that's her name.
Oh
She
right.
mentioned about the adults hovering around the kids. She said because at first you couldn't see the kids. She said that all these adults was standing like they were covering somebody, and then they finally. She said people kept walking over there, breaking through these adults that was standing, shielding, covering these kids, and like to go over there to look, and like they were so in awe looking at these kids. And she said she finally saw the little opening where like somebody moved out of the way so somebody can go over there, because she didn't mention who the celebrity that walked over there to look at the girls. And that's when she saw it was kids all dressed up with lipstick and makeup, and their hair was done up.
Mm,
And she
yeah.
said she mentioned that.
So this was
And
7 years ago.
you know who else mentioned about the kids being dressed up as grown women with lipstick and makeup, but they were like really young babies, like young girls, probably like these young girl ages and younger. Was one of the Hugh Hefner Playboy, or what is it called, Playboy or Playboy Mansion girls? She's
The
over
bunnies.
there. Yes, she mentioned that she saw, and she said that she had to report it, and she left one of the events, but she said she saw he had girls lined up, sitting, like in a row with babies, with makeup and hair, dressed up like grown women in these outfits that was like for an adult woman. And she said that she witnessed that too. So I think this video confirms what these young ladies was talking about.
And I know the feds is watching this. When I was doing my screenshots and I had to scroll with my finger, it kept
Mm-hmm.
saying most watch part on there. So
Mm.
that means a bunch of people have been looking at it. Hey, Queen. Queen said, "Hey, Beth Craven, you at work? I'm glad you're here." Yeah, we up late. It's going on 1 o'clock in the morning here. It's not that late, but it's late. Queen said it's 4 a.m. there. I'm sorry you don't feel good. No,
Yeah, I hope you feel
but
better.
yeah, Mrs. Kiki, you got to go check it out. So click on my videos tab, y'all, and watch this upload from yesterday or the day before. I think I can't remember now. I was up for hours editing that video. It was only a 2.5 minute video originally, but it's only a 13-minute video. Go
It
check it
was good.
out. Yeah, Queen, I heard about Jay-Z. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get into that. Look at how Diddy was looking though at the after party though. He was zooted.
Yeah.
hmm Okay, so let's
Hmm.
get into real quick Jamie Foxx. Did you guys hear about Jamie Foxx? He got into some type of brawl at Mr. Chow's, of all places, in Beverly Hills, a restaurant that's been around for so long in Beverly Hills. You never hear about this type of drama. But they say Jamie Foxx requires stitches on his face after a glass was thrown at him during birthday dinner. Um, it sounds real fishy, being that he just had that Netflix special.
Yeah. I pray for his well being. This is alarming to me with Jamie Foxx.
It
And
is.
it's scary. It's frightening.
Queen said he's having the worst luck.
It's
Well,
like
that's a simple
somebody
way to
don't
put
want
it.
it. It's like they're trying to take him out.
Faye said, "Has Jamie Foxx turned up yet?" Ticket says he's missing. Missing? Well, didn't this just happen?
It
I thought this just happened like
did.
yesterday.
It just happened.
Well, where is he? How is he seen to be missing? Queen said, "What if Diddy's trying to scare him?" What did you say that the story was? Because I didn't even really listen to the story.
Um,
You said some people sitting next to him or something got into
yeah,
it with him.
party. It was a group of people. They didn't say how many. Another group of people sitting at another table next to his table with his
hmm
family, and an argument broke out, and they said things was Jamie Foxx stood up, and they didn't say how many people stood up or got close to him, if anybody else at the table stood up. Things was being thrown, and somebody took a glass and slapped him in the face. Like they said, smushed was the words. I think it was from Fox 2 News, if I'm not mistaken. But I did look at other little news clippings. Smushed him in the face with the glass, and that's how his face got cut. That's why he needed required stitches and get taken to hospital. They said the police was called, and it will be an update, I guess, soon, hopefully. But they didn't say what was the argument about. They did who said something. They said somebody from the other table said something to Jamie Foxx, but they never disclosed what was the argument. Like, no, it was no statement that I know of was given saying that was something. Whoever these people were said this, he said that, and I don't. They never even said if he knew the people, if they were there before he got there to the restaurant, or how. But I'm very curious to know. I wish, Mr. Child, somebody got to say something, because that's alarming.
Not Mr. Chow.
Girl,
Um,
that's alarming. Yeah, Mr. Child, whoever Mr. Child is,
Mr.
Mr.
Chow. I don't think Mr. Chow is gonna speak up on anything. He might not even be still with us.
He might
That
want to
rest,
close the business.
that restaurant has been around from early Hollywood. Um,
It got to be camera footage, right?
Yeah, I don't know. They're not gonna probably show us nothing. That's gonna be liable for liability
If
to the
TMZ
restaurant.
get a hold of it, they pay top dollar, baby.
Faye said, "Oh, Queen said people jump him.
Oh
Was it?
wow.
Was it? Oh, Faye said sounds very strange. Poor Jamie. Yeah, Jamie's been through it,
You
but
know,
hmm
I just think it makes I want to. It's suspicious and it's a mystery because of what the attempt on his life before. And I say an attempt because even with his special that he just had that we was telling, had a discussion with you guys about, I was thinking what stuck out to me. He kept saying the internet tried to kill him. It was like he lost his identity. He felt like he had to prove and get it back because he was saying a lot of people didn't believe it was him. He just kept saying it's the real me. It's the real me. I'm not clone. I'm not clone. But that bothered him. And it made me think that the people dropped the ball somewhere and somebody was like, I thought y'all said that we cloned him and we done found out that he is really walking around in the waters, in the streets. We can't have this. And was that a message being driven across that you popping out, showing your face, your real face, and running your mouth? I mean, because it was like, why in the face? Why cut
yeah.
his face up? And
Well, I did go
more,
on
more.
TikTok, so let me look and see what this talk about.
Actor and musician Jamie Foxx was injured during an altercation at Mr. Chow in Beverly Hills on Friday night, his 57th birthday. Foxx was dining with family when another table began hurling insults at him, according to TMZ. After asking them to stop, someone allegedly threw a glass, hitting Foxx in the mouth. He reportedly required stitches. Beverly Hills police responded to the incident, but described it as a dispute between parties. A report for battery was filed, but no arrests have been made.
Mm. So they make it seem like he just lost a fight. Like it was just a regular old fight between him and some people. But it looks like there's somebody says footage here.
But why
Let's see
no
what is it.
arrest?
I don't know who that is. Yeah, that is weird too. No arrest. If somebody threw a glass and cut Jamie Foxx in the mouth, seemed to me, unless they got up out of there before they could get arrested.
Boy, he back at home, doors would have been locked down.
I think I did remember seeing somewhere that they said Jamie Foxx had been gone by the time the police came.
Mm. Well, he
So
would
if
have
he's not there, if the victim's not there, they can't really do nothing. Yep, Charlene. She said things getting strange in Hollywood. Queen said sounds like an accident. You think so? An accident? I don't know. Yeah, we loved his Netflix special as well. Yeah. Oh, you
Yeah.
you watched it after we did the breakdown. Well, I'm glad you liked it. I saw some people commenting, specifically men, in some of
Yeah.
the comments I saw that they didn't like it. Somebody was
Oh.
said, if you think this is something you could sit and chill with your girl and have a good laugh with, it's not that. I would skip it. I'm like, what is wrong with people?
It was good. Yeah, but I enjoyed it. I'll watch it again.
Okay. Somebody I saw another person, a woman, she said she thought like 3 times and cried every time.
Yeah, I
It's the
think
literal testament
we
testimony
saw so much of more of the real human side of him. Like I said before, nothing was to me. I don't think it was more real and authentic than it was scripted.
for real. And then people also are complaining that they didn't hear nothing about Diddy that was said but from people who saw the live show. And I'm telling you, I said this too. It's the tape version. I mean, it's the edited version. They're not going to show you the raw version. That's the whole beauty of going to a live comedy show. You're not going to see the same bits on Netflix, especially ones that might get Netflix in trouble. They don't want the feds or Diddy coming after them. It's called Beth. It's called What Had Happened Was. It's on Netflix. And Faye said it was great. I loved it so much. I'm gonna watch it again over Christmas. Yep, right, Queen. Lawsuit reasons because Netflix ain't trying to have them problems.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move on. You guys knew about these real estate brothers? They are in pretty much probably in Diddy's situation. They're not going nowhere. But I have the press conference. You know, Damian, I think Williams is his name, the prosecutor for Diddy that stepped down or retired because Trump's bringing somebody in. Well, he did the press conference and he brought his deputy who's going to be taking over into the press conference as well. Now I'm on my iPad, y'all, because I'm just literally in bed. But I don't have access. I don't just on the iPad. They don't have the same function, so you can't share the screen or any of that. So I'm playing the audio from my phone. But listen to what these guys have done or up against. It's disgusting. Okay. Let me get it up here.
When we are talking about, frankly,
Let's see. I think it's this one.
Today I'm announcing a 3-count indictment charging 3 brothers, Alone Alexander, Oren Alexander, and Tal Alexander, with sex trafficking offenses. The indictment alleges that between at least 2010 and at least 2021, the Alexander brothers worked together and with others repeatedly and violently drug, sexually assault, and rape dozens of female victims. The defendants used their wealth and positions to create and facilitate opportunities to sexually assault women. In particular, Oren and Tal Alexander allegedly used their prominent positions in the real estate industry to induce women to come to events and parties. Today I'm announcing a 3-count indictment charging 3 brothers, Alone Alexander.
Oh, this was the short version. Okay, well, that's the gist of the charges, but let me bring this one.
The high-profile arrests of 3 brothers, including 2 who were top real estate brokers from New York City to Miami, arrested on federal sex trafficking charges, what authorities allege they did over many years. Here's Victor Akendo.
Tonight, prominent luxury realtors Oren, Tal, and their brother Alon Alexander arrested on federal sex trafficking charges, allegedly spanning more than a decade.
The Alexander brothers worked together and with others to repeatedly and violently drug, sexually assault, and rape dozens of female victims.
According to the indictment, the brothers arranged the sexual assaults in advance, at times using dating apps or social media to promise luxury experiences, international travel, and accommodations to lure and entice women to locations. Accusers telling police the Alexanders allegedly held them down and ignored screams and explicit requests to stop. They were arrested early this morning, our Miami affiliate WPLG capturing 2 of the brothers being booked. The Alexanders began their careers at Douglas Elliman, focusing on real estate in New York and Miami. David, the brothers live on Miami Beach. Their first appearance set for Thursday.
There is a bail hearing. Actually, here it is. The judge, she ain't playing no games.
Your Honor, my wife is 9 months pregnant, due any day now with our first child.
I think this is the one on the very left speaking. And he's in court handcuffed with some weird vest. Look like a bulletproof vest, but it's the judge is like, but
Her family's in Brazil. She's counting on me to be with her during labor. That's something. You have a very good attorney. You're gonna have a hearing tomorrow before the division judge, and that judge will consider any argument regarding a bond. No contact with that alleged victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. And stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, her home, school, and place of employment at all times. You understand, sir? Understood. Thank you. So in this case as well, I'm okay setting a bond of $25,000. F24-25503 Alpha, that's going to stay as a no bond, correct? That's correct. That's no bond. He's going to see the division judge tomorrow. The other 2 cases, the $25,000 bond plus house arrest, level 3 house arrest, which is GPS roaming, surrender of his passport or travel documents to his attorney prior to posting the bond. I don't need that on the jail card. Anything else? Sir, I am entering a stay away order from the alleged victim, whose initials are MW. No contact with this alleged victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. You must stay at least 500 feet away from the alleged victim, her home and school, and place of employment at all times, and no contact with her in emailing, texting, Facebook messaging, the Twitter or X platform, or any other social media. Do you understand the stay away order, sir? I can't hear him, Ms. Corey. Can you please unmute him?
Yes, Your Honor.
And because this charge, while it occurred back in, allegedly occurred back in 2016, is still considered a dangerous crime, even though it's filed today, I'm required to hold you with no bond. So you're going to have a hearing tomorrow before the division judge, and that judge will set a final hearing of the state's motion for pretrial detention, unless there's an agreement between the parties.
Your Honor, my wife.
So he's trying to get out because his wife is about to have a baby, and you weren't thinking about none of them women when you worried about your wife right now. And his wife is supposedly a model. I can't. Let me see if it's in this.
Your Honor, my wife is 9 months pregnant.
Let me pause it and look in the comments because somebody said her name. Oh, here it is. Somebody said, "Oh my God, just realized his wife is the model Camilla Hansen. She deleted her Instagram." So somebody said, "Camilla Hansen expecting him home. Girl, your hubby is a rapist." That's horrible. I'm pretty sure. I mean, honestly, the press conference is longer than the one I played, and he talked about how they were said to be doing this in high school together, all the brothers.
Mm-hmm.
So their victims are coming out, and they put out a email address. I think, I don't know if it was an 800 number as well, but they, like all the other press conferences, have a dedicated number or some type of communications so that people can come forward. More people can come forward. So, people complain about that. Oh, that's just, you're not supposed to do that. No, this is what they do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I seen that one there too. And, I wonder are these three men, now we know they in real estate, I don't think it's no coincidence that's been designed as that Miami and New York in the real estate, the Diddler, Miami and New York, and
I
having
thought about
property.
that. I thought
So
about that too. I
I
was
wonder,
thinking the same thing. Did Diddy snitch on them?
I wonder.
Yeah. Because
We
all of a
shall
sudden,
find out.
and I was going to get to that next, actually, Diddy has voluntarily dropped his bail appeal. They say, meaning the bad boy mogul will remain detained until his May 2025 criminal trial. So so all of a sudden he's like, oh no, I'm just going to lay down.
You're right. Sit it down. Be cool. Move it out. No. I say we keep our eyes and stuff on this and ears.
Yeah. According to the Shade Room, it says he's throwing in the towel. His legal team is throwing in the towel and removing their motion for bail. But also, no, I believe there's a 30-day window that he had to refile that appeal or try to reinstate that. So he may come back. Maybe they're going to change it up and refile it. So, I don't know if I would say he's throwing in the towel unless they quit on him.
Because, we don't know where they've been housing people. You know what I mean? Children, adults. He's renting out mansions when he go places and stuff. We don't know who was in behind this, and to me, I think we're gonna find a connection like we did with the Menendez brothers, as far as with the industry, that leads right back to him.
Oh, right, because the dad was in the music business.
Yeah. We never knew that. It was never mentioned, talked about, like never really out there. It was never put out there for the public to know. Because we got to know that when he threw his get-togethers and his affairs with these parties, it was now Tony Busby mentioned about, and then I know for sure the prosecutors know too, it's not just celebrities and artists, music artists and rap artists and actors, and pharmacists and physicians and stuff. They were saying it's CEOs, it's people that's well off to do, wealthy people These might be some of the undercard people that was there at those parties, because I see
Not
they,
undercards.
yeah, like I don't know if that's the proper
No,
word.
that's a good word. It's just funny that you say it's a boxing term, but it's funny.
Yeah, yeah. Because it may I some of those party footages that I saw that Puffy through, you see faces in the background that you don't know who those people are. You know,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
they brothers might have been at those parties.
Absolutely. And
Or
Miami and New York were also Diddy's playgrounds. So
exactly, all in the
yeah.
water, because they still didn't explain when he got away with the shooting that happened and what happened at the college. Whoever this Caucasian woman was that helped him get his legal team to get out of those two situations. They said that he been close. I don't know if it's. I don't think
Oh,
it's
go ahead.
KK. I don't think it's KK. But whoever it is, they said they never said a name, or did they say a name? I want to say Gene Jill, but don't quote me on that. But whoever that introduced him to his legal team to get out of that stuck by his side in communications ever since then. How did this woman, did she just walk up to him out of the crowd or the scene of the accident? Who the hell walked this lady to him and say, hey, you mess with me, I'm gonna get you out of this. You'll never do a day in jail. I'm gonna get you, everything gonna be dropped or you'll be acquitted or however. And she done showed him the ropes ever since. Like, I wanna know. So, it makes you wonder just how connected. I think he still got federal connections, whether people are not agents no more or not, or however it goes. That's this former, they used to be, what is it, formerly FBI agents. Because when you become an informant for them, they will use you even up to 20 years, honey, if they chose to. And then when they done with you, all protection and connections is off. They throw you, if they don't end you themselves, then you get exposed, everything get leaked and all of that. I just don't think there is no question these brothers get caught up. It's a lot of people that got caught up since Diddler done got locked up. And it's
Absolutely.
all related to this trafficking.
So that's why I wanted to play the the press conference. Maybe when I go live next time, I'll show the full
Mhm.
press conference because of the real estate guys, because they brought up the people. The reporters were asking them about, like, well, who else is y'all? Do you have any other like celebrities or people that we're going to be? He's like, well, I can't speak on that right now, but just know that he said sex trafficking, labor traffic. It was like all these different types of trafficking and things that they're focused on, and they are serious. They are serious about bringing these people down. It seems like they're all kind of connected in a sense. I'm looking
Mhm.
for, because who brought something up? Let me see. Queen said Diddy's lawyer didn't say anything, deny the lawsuit with Jay-Z involving a 13-year-old girl. They did make a statement, though, that I did read that statement last time. Let me see if it's on Twitter. Oh, X. Diddy statement. Jay-Z. Uh, Jay-Z. Okay, let's see.
They when they get caught up, they kill me. Wonder just all of a sudden now your focus and your life dreams is your family. They get family focused when they get caught up. Everybody want to holler
Mm-hmm.
about these creeps. I got a
Always.
family. I got a family. My kids. When you want to think about your family and your kids when you was doing the things that you were doing,
Always. That's
because
what I
if they're
said too.
dating that, you had your family during the time of your these crimes. So where was your family and your life goals then, with your family included? Where was all of
Not
that?
your life go. Not your life goes.
He probably ain't never been part of no birth. I'm pretty sure his wife just ain't the first child she done had birth for him. And he wasn't there for the last one. All of a sudden now it's a dire need that she's depending and counting on you to be there. She probably praying to the heavens and God that you don't be there. Don't need you there. Who sent for you? Who wants you? Nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
She probably figuring this is her way out.
There's definitely a statement.
Mm.
Oh yeah, Choke. I was gonna say something about him too.
He doing too much, if you ask
Oh,
me.
you know, he put this press conference up. He called it Flashback Friday when Foxy Brown gave a press conference about her hearing loss. She was going to have her hearing some type of surgery. She had the doctor on stage. She had Kimora Lee Simmons and Russell Simmons on stage. And who was this rapper? I forgot this guy's name. She didn't mention him, but she wasn't first. She was in the background, but his video, it says Choke. Listen to him ask her about her album Black Roses. So he's, I guess, in the audience, and he asked, "What about your album?" She comes forward to the mic, and she thanked Russell Simmons. She said Kimora Lee was like a sister. She said, "I was 15 years old when I signed to Def Jam." I was like, "Whoa, 15." Because Jay-Z, when did he become president of Def Jam? And
I don't
he
know.
was her mentor. And she says Russell was my mentor. Now, mind you, Russell also has many allegations against him right now, and he's in Bali hiding out.
Yeah.
So we don't know what. I feel like poor Foxy, like
Because
Jay-Z and Russell.
was it Kimora Young when she got with Russell? About 16?
Oh yeah,
8?
she was. Yeah, she met him. I think she was 14, 15,
Mm.
something like that when they met, and then they got married eventually. But yeah, all these women, Kimora got stories.
And I believe before Foxy signed, she was what, 13, 14 before she signed with them. So
Well, yeah, if she was 15 when she signed, she was 14, 13 before she signed.
yeah.
What do you say?
I'm saying
Um,
that so she had encountered these adults in the industry before.
oh, you mean before she actually signed, she was dealing with
Yeah.
them.
So we don't know what
Yes.
happened before
Yeah,
then, before the sign.
exactly. Mm-hmm.
Is that how
Um,
the signing goes after they get taken advantage of?
who's gaslighting Beth, Foxy or Kimora? Kimora was up there grinning, skinning and grinning.
Wow.
Um, Queen said, "What do y'all think about Jaguar retracting her statements about Jay-Z?"
Hmm.
You can answer that one.
I think Jag is out of line and she's just doing too much. She's doing too much. It's like um this it's allegedly she's supposed to get a lawsuit or Jay-Z attorneys is supposed to be going after her. I mean, I don't know if it's facts or not. I haven't seen it confirmed, but I think when she did that, she realized she did a little bit too much, and for her to be lashing out, it's just like it's this YouTube stuff. Everybody talking about the numbers and the views and all that. I guess that's the new drug addiction now for people. It done turned them totally out and got them gone. She done took this stuff to a whole nother level. Like she is so hooked on the views and the attention that she is willing to do and say anything. Like she straight jumped off out the window, all the way out the window from the 35th floor, and there was no point of return. And she's wrong for that. I mean, don't get me. I mean, I'm not sticking up for Jay-Z and stuff, but you ain't got to be lying on the man either. She didn't
Right.
like it when the girl Misha lied on her. She was like, I know
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of stuff, but girl, I wasn't in no strip club recruiting no 12-year-old girls and no freak off. She like that's what I didn't do. Even but she done said all kind of outlandish things. She do need to somebody need to do so some need to be put in a lid, need to be put tight on her jar because she needs to just stop. I ain't no telling what else she gonna jump out and say.
Mm-hmm. Oh, who somebody brought up Will Smith. She said that was wild what Will Smith said. Will Smith, did you guys see the stand up or whatever he was doing on stage? And
Well,
he denounced Diddy, said he didn't know, he had nothing to do with Diddy.
I wonder what was that about. All of a sudden now you feel the need to, your name been thrown around with this stuff, Will, and your child. Your name been thrown out there. It been hit a goalie. Now all of a sudden now you're doing stand up and you feel the need to say something. I think this is all a publicity stunt and a move. People are running scares. I think it's behind closed doors. Somebody been at them doors knocking with that paperwork and them video footage, and now everybody, you got people leaving the country. You have Will Smith talking about, what me? He trying to plead his case publicly in front of the world on the stage with the lights aiming on him. I ain't buying none of it. Cause we already know what him and his wife has been weirdos and been doing all kind of crazy things, and what he's been into, and God knows what I think it just opened doors. He probably gonna be next on the list too. We're gonna be finding out a lot of things because it seems like the people that come out and say something, then they really get looked into, and then we start finding out stuff about them. When Jay-Z said something about Jag when she was on the other show, all of a sudden now we hearing more about his name ringing. Now Will Smith done said something. A lot of these people should have just stayed shutting the F up and sitting the F down.
Well, here's what he did say. It says, during a recent show, the actor and rapper addressed speculation that he often attended Diddy freak-offs. And now, mind you, that video that I told y'all to go watch on my channel, the video upload with the party,
Yes.
his son was there, Jaden. And it
Sure
has been
was.
said that Jaden was Jaden, and not only Jaden, but Diddy's sons, Biggie's son too, was Biggie's small son. I hate to say that and even
Yeah.
hear about that, but it was Rihanna's ex-publicist has been going around making his rounds. I have a little clip of him saying some stuff, but he talked about how he worked on a project with Biggie's estate, and he worked directly with his son and his lover, who was a state administrator. And when he said he felt like he was getting harassed by this guy, and when he brought it up to the estate, they fired him. But these kids grew up in this, and
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, Jaden Smith, I think, was subject to some of this, nefarious behavior. I'm gonna take Queen. What's her name? I can never get this lady's name right. She's on YouTube. She wears the wrap on her head. Remember, I sent you that video. She was live yesterday.
Yeah, I can't
That
think
that
of
lady, that lady be. I don't know where to. Sometimes I'm like, girl, you off, but then sometimes she be on point. But according to them, they said he told the audience, I ain't been nowhere near that man. I don't do none of that stupid shit. He said, oh, really, Will? Because we did hear some other things about you. They said he added, whatever y'all hearing, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I don't even like baby oil, he said. Wow. He even had to throw the baby oil joke in there.
right. You know the Kardashians, y'all have to check out that video if you haven't. They got us down put up on channel. Kardashians was there because Chloe was twerking. What he say on the truck or whatever?
Was that Chloe?
Yeah, that
I
was
couldn't
Chloe.
figure out. I couldn't figure out who that was. I thought it was
It,
first. I said that she too big to be Courtney,
I
but
want
she
to
do kind of
say
look like her.
it was Chloe, and I want to say did he mention her name? But he for sure said, "Look at." I think he said, "Look at Chloe. She twerking on the
Again,
on the truck or back of the truck."
and that's
But
when
he
she was a
did.
little
It was
bigger.
yes, it was her though. And you see Courtney Kardashian there.
Mm-hmm. So
Everybody,
mhm.
yeah, they was lit. They
It
were
says
lit.
he acknowledged. Talk about Will Smith still. He acknowledged that this is the first time he's publicly talked about speculation of his association with Diddy. This is the first time he's publicly talked about association with anybody like in this way. Says, however, he decided to speak out, stating the public was doing too much and having me mad. Oh,
What
really? We having you mad? You
what
mad,
you gonna do
Will?
about it, Will?
Now, I was listening to somebody about how these celebrities, they do what they do and don't think twice about what people be saying because we don't move and they don't even move in our circles. They never gonna say it to our face, and they'll never really know everything. So we could do what we want type of thing. But as we see, everything's crumbling and we're seeing exactly what's going on. Somebody done pulled the curtain down.
Who are these faces behind Diddy? They look familiar, and the lady with her head wrap on.
On the screen?
Mm-hmm.
What lady? I don't see no lady.
She's
Oh,
short.
oh yeah. She's covered up by his arm.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I
I
was
don't
trying to
know.
see the faces. Who are they?
Um, I'm gonna talk
Don't.
about that, Queen. So I was looking for the clip of the NBC interview, but so the okay, so Diddy and Jay-Z have this because it's still present tense. Have an accuser who says she was 13 years old at the time of the assault. She gave a detailed account of herself, having on her bucket list to go to a VMA party or yeah, a VMA awards party or awards, not the party, the actual awards show. She says she got a ride from her home in Rochester, New York, I believe, all the way to where the party was being held in not sure what part of New York the Radio City Music Hall is, but they say it's a 5-hour drive. That's what they calculated. And her friend supposedly dropped her off. She couldn't get in, but she met with or talked to a limo driver who said he would work for Diddy and that she was his type. And they said, well, what is his type? What did you think that meant? She said, I just thought it meant I was pretty. And she says, after the fact, after the award show, she went on to the limo driver did end up taking her to a party and she was given something. She was drinking and she said something made her feel woozy. She went to a bedroom to lay down. Next thing she know, Diddy and two other celebrities Diddy and one other celebrity were taking turns graping her and the other one watched, I think the female one. And she got up out of there somehow, ended up at a gas station. And she said naked. She ran up out of there and she got to a gas station, I think she said, and called her father who came and picked her up. And she said she went in. She said they didn't talk on the way home. Well, some people say, I didn't read the actual lawsuit, but they said that in the lawsuit, she said that she did tell him. The dad asked her, like, well, what are you doing here or whatever. But in the interview, she said they didn't speak. Now, the dad supposedly came back to say, well, I don't remember I don't remember this. And apparently there were some holes in her story when it comes to the place and the time. And, she mentioned Benji Madden, Good Charlotte. He was a part of he and his brother, what's his brother's name? Benji and Joel. They were in that group, Good Charlotte. She said she talked to Benji, who had a Last Supper tattoo. That she said, I'm going to have a religious background, so it interested me. Well, they say he wasn't even there, that they were on tour somewhere in the Midwest during this time. So everybody pretty much at this point is saying how the girl was lying, it never happened, and all of that. But not so fast. I was watching Tisa Tells earlier. I know y'all know who she is. And she was doing a whole breakdown because she said she did a 5-hour deep dive and found a lot of information that actually says that this girl may have had the year wrong. And it might have been 2003, not 2000. And then maybe she was 16, not 13. But that everything else she said made sense because those people were all there. Good Charlotte, the two brothers, Jay-Z and Diddy actually hosted the VMAs after party that night. And she said she found case law to say that they give grace to victims, especially ones who are minors or who, were minors at the time because it's been so many years and you have to give them some type of grace because the trauma or the time span or all of that. And as well, this girl said to have autism. So with a mental or, what do you call that? No, what is it called? A
Disability.
special need. Yeah, when
Mm-hmm.
you have special needs, you also give grace with the time frames and things. There's case law to say that this suit could go forward even with these discrepancies because of these things, of these factors. So, her dad, now people are speculating that they got paid off, whether the dad got paid off or she got paid off to talk to NBC, because why was she even at NBC or talking to NBC when she's supposed to be an anonymous person, and they say Busby is on vacation. So how did she even get to be talking to NBC? First of all, she should have had her lawyer with her if she's talking to anybody. And go ahead.
They said that NBC went to her, but I find it strange that NBC reaching out to victims when it come to Jay-Z, but they wasn't reaching out to no anonymous victims when it came to Diddy.
Yes, that's true. And that's another thing. That's the thing. Jay-Z's money and his resources seem to have a wider reach. He, we talking about the son. We talked about him the last live, the son that is trying to get a DNA test done because he's been trying to confirm the fact that this is his father, and the fact that his mother told him she was 16 at the time that she was impregnated by Jay-Z, who was 22 at the time, and they're saying he don't want to take the test because he would be found to have gotten pregnant a 16-year-old girl. Now, there were people in my chat on that live saying that's not true, to read the lawsuit, and that she walked back that statement, they said. But I don't think so, because the son is still saying, I've never heard that walk back part about the age. Let me see. Jay-Z, Queen said Jay-Z's paying NBC. Straight up.
Yeah.
She said the son getting DNA had nothing to do with the victim being a liar or not.
Well, the feds got the
no.
The feds are looking into that, and they see.
Yeah, what I was saying was that he's not out of the water. Yeah, you're right. So the feds are supposedly working with the son now, because the son has made claims that he's been trying to do this for 10 years and yet doesn't seem to go anywhere, and that these judges are probably being paid off. And so when the system is being corrupted in this way, and they have a true person to be able to, with proof, because I believe he has many receipts. He said that he and his mom, before his mom passed in 2019, but they said they paid like $100,000 in lawyers' fees and all kind of stuff. Plus Jay-Z, I think they had to pay his lawyers' fees because they lost whatever one of the judges gave him a judgment, gave the son a judgment to owe Jay-Z. Then, and that is some cold shit, especially if you know that's your son. You know that's your son, and you're gonna put them through all this. Now, yeah, no, the two things are separate, Queen. I don't know how I ended up on the son, but the as far as the 13-year-old victim, as far as I know now, what's probably gonna happen is his attorneys have filed already to say drop this. Like, they had it all wrong. The lawyer didn't have all his facts together, because apparently there was a statement made by Busby saying that they got her as a referral from another firm or some other lawyer who did the vetting, is what I was hearing that happened, and that they were still vetting her and still getting information. So kind of seemed like he was putting it on somebody else, but at the same time, like I said, they say he on vacation, so he just might be had a couple margaritas by the time he got word and put that statement out. It seemed a little, I don't know, seemed a little off. Like, who even knew about this anonymous person? She's supposed to be anonymous. So how did she end up with NBC? How did they find her?
Yeah, how did they know they had the right person?
And what that tells me is Jay-Z and or Diddy, or both of them working together, knows who she is.
Because it's a real victim.
Absolutely. And I feel like, so Tisa tells, I didn't finish her video, but she did a live, and she's breaking down all her, I guess debunking the fact that this is a lie. She's saying she might have got some stories, some of the details wrong, but she ain't lying. And I'm prove it, she said. She's like, do I need to be his researcher? Because whoever's working for him needs to be fired. So I don't know if, there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes of this stuff that we'll never find out, but it does make you question, is somebody getting paid off here? And how is it? So the next thing would be for his lawyer. So they're asking for this thing to just go away, but they're probably also going to ask for her to reveal her identity, being that it seems that she's not telling the truth. So if the judge does that, then it's going to be, is she going to still move forward if she has to reveal who she is? Because that's what they bank on, that they just drop it, because I don't want people to know who I am. I don't want the world to ostracize me. I'm pretty sure these people are probably on the internet. She's probably seeing all this horrible things people are saying about her. I know she did say something like, she just wants to close this chapter of her life. And, this is just something that she felt like it was just this, it was time. It was time for her to do this because it's been something on her, on her psyche all these years.
For NBC they knew if Busby is on vacation, they knew he was on vacation. They knew when to move in and go straight to her, because they approached her, and I could see it. I could see the whole scenario. Go get to dad. They sent teams out in groups, done intimidated, scared the girl to death. Told her to come do this interview. She didn't need no attorney. They probably staged like they had an attorney there telling her legally you can talk to us. Now telling how it happened. And she probably felt like her back was up against the wall to do this interview. How did NBC know to go to her? That's because Jay-Z and them know from us getting the details in that lawsuit that incident really happened, and they was really there in that room with that female artist. Mm-hmm. And they knew to tell the lawyers and NBC to go to her. And why would you need her to reveal herself if y'all already knew who she was?
Mm-hmm.
And I hope the judge bring that up. I don't need to reveal anything because you guys revealing it to me because you guys revealed yourself to her. How did you know to go to her if you didn't know who this her was? NBC gonna have some answering to do.
Mrs. Kiki said she talking about Tisa said her story matches the 2003 VMAs. Yes. And she said that those people were all there. Diddy hosted that after party, and it was the same VMAs. I had showed y'all a video of him, the girl that played in The Ring, the movie The Ring, that scary movie. And she was up there with Diddy, Ashton Kutcher, and somebody else she was up there with. But he don't have the nerve to ask her if she want to come to an after party. And she shook her head yes, and he had this just wicked laugh.
Yeah.
And then you see Farnsworth Bentley in the background looking terrified. Why don't they I was looking for audio of the 13-year-old girl's interview, but anyway. So yeah, y'all already heard it. Y'all know that this is every day. It seemed like it's something. I'm waiting for what happens when Busby gets back from vacay. He better cut that vacation short and get back to work.
Only thing I can say is whatever Diddy and Jay-Z is networking together on, him, both of them, and they parties of crooked lawyers and everything else, because it's been said that the feds have discovered with the DNA test, Jay-Z and them been doing some crooked things with the people employed inside the courtroom when he'd been avoiding this for over 10 years and doctoring up false paperwork and stuff, So, and I'm glad the feds are looking into it. And the other thing is their little plan is not going to work. Whatever they got going on, and I think this was to me, the worst move they could make.
No, go ahead. I was trying to see if it was
move to me with them sending NBC to that young lady's house to interview her. I think they just told on themselves and they just exposed themselves doing even more. What is it called? Like intimidating tactic moves. And I'm in fear for her life. I'm scared for her. I hope she be okay because they knew Tony is out on vacation, and for them to pray and see, that's how you know she was really there. If you didn't know who was suing you and accusing you of these things, how would NBC, out of everybody, NBC knows to go to interview this lady? They go straight to the lady. If Tony Busby didn't fork her over and give up her information, and I don't think I can't see he would. I would hope he wouldn't ruin his.
But he might have a mole in his camp.
Yeah, but
Somebody got
NBC goes
paid.
straight to her.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's messed up. And they had her nerves rattled because she had her teddy bear, and that calms her and stuff. And for them to do that, ooh, I think they just made this situation worse.
Yep, Sloan Bella said it. And it's funny that Jay-Z mentioned her. He didn't mention her by name, but talk about psychics in his statement, because she probably had him shook.
Yeah.
Because this is what I was going to, this is actually brings me to Dame Dash and what he had to say. Let's see. Let me play this. Dame Dash.
So, what do you think about the Jay allegations that came out?
Well, I can say this. I've been looking at the news, and a couple of weeks ago I saw that, that attorney had got sued for extortion. And I saw the lawyers that were on the case, and I saw that Alex Shapiro, so whatever his name is. So I was like, damn, homie might be jammed up or be a part of that. But I didn't think too much of it. I was definitely surprised at the long statement because, I've been to court with homeboy and he doesn't say anything. He never responds. He has his lawyer speak. So I know that it must bother him because he actually said something in the length of the statement. What's happening?
Let's get into it.
And it was funny because Honor Up just came out the night before, and I'm hearing words like honor in the statement. But again, for me, I have nothing to do with it, and I'm trying to look at it objectively like everyone else is. So for me, it's like, of course, people are going to be in the bots, the stupid ass bots, and people that are just I don't know, but they're going to be always talking about them again. But right now, the whole world is talking about them every day, all day. So then it made me think about being famous and how dangerous that is, because they're really, they're doing the same thing that happened with Puff as far as the way the algorithm is to me, is worse. And they're scrutinizing every single thing from the last 20, 30 years. Every lyric, I've been sensed up. They take the statement and put it in AI. I'm seeing, I've been sensed up. They take the statement and put it in AI. I'm seeing Forbes flip. It's just, people could love you one day, but they just love to really hate you so much more. And that was a person that I was like, he can't do no wrong. I know, because, for some reason, every single thing I say is considered smart, except when it comes to him. I'm smart about everything but that. So I'm like, I mean, all right. And I'm not saying, because again, I have no idea what happened there. And I'm hoping everything is where I would prefer that no one got hurt, to be honest. But how is TikTok? I'm looking at TikTok and it's like, they've been prepping this moment for the last 6 months. TikTok has been literally saying that this was going to happen, and then it happened. And I'm like, it's crazy. Are these people that are looked at as imbalanced, are they really prophets? And when I say prophet, because again, I can't know that what they're saying is true, but what they said was going to happen as far as exposure and people being accused of allegations, it's all been 100. They always said Homeboy was next. A week ago, I did an interview, and and they asked me about what do you think about them saying Jay's next? And I'm like, I don't really care, But of course, as a human being, I'm like, damn, I wonder what's going to happen. How is TikTok?
And he's talking about Jaguar and Cat Williams specifically. They asked him about, and he said he called them he said prophets, but then just to say that these people are paying attention to everything that's going on the internet. These people are paying attention to Jag. They're paying attention to all these things that we think they're probably not. They're listening because he probably nervous his damn self. What you say, Queen? They said she was sounding like a child, so she's lying. Yeah, we did see the way that Jay-Z, I have that here as well. So y'all know that his daughter, wait, hold on. His daughter had that Mufasa premiere where she played one of the characters' voices. It says 43-year-old, they had to put the ages, 43-year-old Beyonce and 55-year-old Jay-Z. It's like a 12, how many years is that? So bad at math. 12-year difference. Support their daughter, 12-year-old Blue Ivy Carter, at the Mufasa premiere, where Blue Ivy had voiced the role of Princess Kiara, the daughter of Simba and Naya. Okay. So Faye was saying something, I think, about how she was dressed. Look at the way Jay-Z had Blue dressed at the premiere. That was so inappropriate. The dress looked too old for a 12-year-old to be wearing. And people were arguing about this in some comments I saw. I think it was Facebook. Somebody posted that very thing that you said. And people were in the comments defending the dress and her, saying, one lady was like, she don't even have on no makeup. And and I'm like, she clearly has on makeup.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they would say that. But I mean, what do you think? I mean, it's a strapless gown. She's 12, right? So she didn't look happy to me.
No.
At all on that
I just
carpet.
think at 12 years old, I wouldn't have had my 12-year-old daughter breast pushed up, oiled up with red lipstick. But you could tell she clearly got on makeup, eyeliner, and mascara. And she got her tatas are out like an adult. I mean, 12 years old. That's just my personal opinion. I wouldn't have had. I'm pretty sure it was more appropriate gowns and dresses and a more natural look that they could have gave the girl as a 12-year-old. But right here, she doesn't look 12. In that photo and on that carpet, she looks like she at least 18, 19 years old or higher. And Jay-Z, you've been accused of putting makeup, you and Diddy, on these babies and lipstick, and it's true because you coming out the room. Oh, you put the thing on them, and that video got up, and you got Diddy hollering, yeah, you see how I got the hair done on a Saturday just because you see what I do, I want to know what is the thing. You put the thing on them, That was a dressing room that the kids was in and waiting to see who was gonna be. I mean, waiting who's next to get dolled up I'm assuming as an adult. Jay-Z was the only one that had permission to walk through the house, walk in the rooms, and see what the progress was being made with those babies in that room. Then you got Chester, Mr. Barney, standing outside the door, drooling over the kids, waving his hand, looking like he went, I'm over here, I'm right here, Chuck E. Cheese. You know, that's all creepy and predatory. All these grown men standing outside this door gawking at these little girls, and Jay-Z coming out about, oh, you put the thing on them. What is this thing that he put on these little girls? They not Jay-Z kids. They not Diddy kids. Who kids are these?
And his kid ain't in there. So what was he even doing in the room? He's coming up out the room in the screenshot. What were you even doing in there?
And look at him. This big pervert. Feds need to look into him. What is his name? Where he at?
This guy, yeah.
He's in the inside of the mansion and stuff. So he's on the payroll. He's part of the camp. So he's been around. They need to talk to him too.
Yep.
They all look like bloodsuckers. They couldn't wait. They got Babylicious on the food truck. You got the one, I don't know who the lady was. She's standing looking at the man like she couldn't wait, like her mouth was watering the way she was already high loaded under the influence.
For anybody who's just joining or didn't hear the beginning of this live, she's talking about a video I have on my uploads. You click the video tab. It's a 13-minute video, and I break down a 2.5-minute video where Jay-Z and Diddy co-hosted a Rock Nation brunch, Grammy brunch, and there's also an after party, and there's children present, and there's also some other little weird things. So you guys just go check that out and then comment and let us know what you think. But Mrs. Key said, Mrs. Kiki, she said they could have added more fabric to the top to make it more appropriate. I agree with that.
Like a shawl or something.
Yeah, Queen said, have y'all seen how the pageant kids dress? The way worse, more makeup.
Yeah, like
But
John
yeah, that's true. The children pageants, and that's a whole industry in itself. We're talking about Jay-Z's daughter and Beyonce's daughter on a red carpet, in a huge production event, premiere. Two different things. Beyonce was wearing makeup and heels as a child, she says. And she looks 15 or 14.
You know, this in the video with the kids, it brings me back to also as well what the former NFL player said. He said he don't know where these kids came from. They just came running out of everywhere. He said they make you wonder if is it times like that in that video where they're in this room and then they get released to come running out like the kids was running with no shoes and socks on. He was like, I don't know where all these kids came from. They just came out of everywhere.
Wait, so Queen said everyone needs to stop being weird about someone else's kid's dress. But I thought it took a village for the kids. You think that you think that people are going to reserve their comments about Blue Ivy and the way she dresses, the way they parade her around us? She was on stage with Beyonce during her Renaissance tour. She's been, seems to me, I'm be just straight up honest, she's been groomed for this life. And I hate to think, because I've heard horrible things about the Diddy's twins and the stuff they've had to go through. I don't know if these things are true. Obviously, I wasn't there. But most of the times, you know, some of these things end up being more true than not. You said Beyonce approved it. Like I said, grooming at its finest, in my opinion. Beth said, I'm going to hold any judgment until the criminal trials. Yeah, I see you added trials on the end of as an S. So are you saying that Jay-Z is going to have a criminal trial, you think? Because I don't know. Sloan Bella, she's been getting it right, man. She literally said this was going to happen.
I think everybody's entitled to say something, because it's for the public to see. We wouldn't have an opinion or feel weird about it if we didn't see it. And the times and the money predators and sex trafficking, human trafficking, and child trafficking going on nowadays is such on the highest level ever. As we speak, each minute goes past, you really throwing them out there to more predators. I just wouldn't put my child out there.
Well, absolutely. And that's the thing. It's like they know what this industry is. They know what it is. And it seems to me they're sending a message to the people out there. And see, Queen, she's saying she didn't see nothing wrong with the dress, and which is fine. I mean, everybody has their own opinion, but you have your opinion and we have ours, right? Like nobody's gonna say nothing to you about the fact that you believe or you feel that way. So everybody should be able to live and let live with their opinion. But you can also say people should be able to live and let live with how they dress their children, which they are living and being let to live. I mean, nobody's going, like they say, we not in their direct circles. Nobody's probably saying this to their face. I'm pretty sure she hired people to dress her and do the makeup and the hair and all the things. So this was, not some whimsical idea of last minute. Let's, how about we do this? No, this was planned.
I don't remember seeing Janet Jackson being dressed like that at a young age, not even on the childhood shows.
And Queen said, Queen, are you a fan of Beyonce? Let me know in this chat, because you said you don't think she's being groomed. because that's what I see. I've seen these things, you know what I'm saying, in the industry. That's what they do with the children, the actors, the child actors.
Yeah, they opened doors for that. They grew. You got to think about it. Foxy Brown was making songs by the time before she was 18. Talking about, I got the ill now, and the adult rappers was saying about how other adult rappers in the industry had been with her, yeah, when she was underage, and they said, oh yeah, she was young, but she had that fire, punani, and they was like she had executives arguing over her. They said that people, I forgot what, Benny Siegel and all them was saying, she had executives arguing over her in the executive boardrooms because she was young and the sex was fight. That's what the words that they use, these rap artists. Chuck No Joke said it, Benny Siegel and them said it. Um, Somebody else said it. It's another underground interview when they was doing the DVDs back in that era in the tunnels. You hear Foxy Brown saying, "Why you think they say I got the ill now? I'm a young girl and I got these, out here fighting over, they going crazy over this thing over here, talking about her cooch." Now that opened doors. Stuff like this open doors for these adults to be doing that. And that's just, it's sad, it's terrible, because why take advantage over a child? You be an adult, whatever two adults do is their thing and their business. Why harm the kids? I don't understand this mess with harming the kids. I just don't. It's heartbreaking. Kids are innocent. They are so pure. It's so innocent. And it's just a ring of these people, a ring from down to a Lyft driver to a truancy officer at the schools, up until past the courts to authorities. They all connected and they all run in a ring, and they take one to know one, and they do all, they have all this cold lingual talk, the dark webs and all this other stuff. Like I said, a sergeant just got arrested out here in Vegas. He was in connect with the judge, truancy officer, and everything else. Now we find out he got child pornography. He on the dark web requesting, buying, and selling and trading video, child pornography and pictures of kids in his phone and computer the day of arrest. And it just, it's terrible. Nobody's safe, and not even me as an adult. Just nobody's safe. You got the bartenders getting paid. Hey, put the ice cube in the drink. I'm gonna sneak her out through the bag. You got the people in the bag. I mean, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. I have jumped out of a Lyft ride if they get asking me too many questions, because I get triggered. Oh, where are you coming from? Who lives here? What are you doing? Oh, how about this? You gonna let me out this MF, and you can have a good goddamn day. That ain't none of your business.
Queen says she wants to be on stage with her mama. Plenty of child stars follow their parents' footsteps. So you're looking at this as just some normal event, some normal situation. Beyonce's just a regular old working mom in the industry whose child is, mind you, they done trademarked and have businesses for Blue since she was a baby. She probably already, just like Northwest, a multimillionaire herself. I just feel like with the industry being the cesspool that it is, have you heard any of the things that are going on with Diddy? I'm just asking. You didn't answer me when I asked you, Queen. How much are you a fan of Beyonce? Meaning, are you part of the Beehive? Go ahead.
Didn't Beyonce father get it? Destiny Child was together, and how when the group would have to stay nights at Beyonce house with her parents, he didn't leave. He had the doors up, took the doors off the hinges so he could see the girls in the room at all times, walking around the house, and they had to sleep a certain sleepwear, and they made Kelly Rowland all them uncomfortable. This was Beyonce's father.
Well, did you hear that Kelly is actually his daughter? That's the new rumor. That's actually his daughter, not just. Mm-hmm.
And he was linked with Barry Hankerson and Clyde Davis and all them too. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of rumors and things, of course, going around Destiny's Child during that era, and the fact that Beyonce's dad, what's his name, Matthew, was inappropriate with those girls, and
Yeah.
Beyonce been seeing this stuff. She's been doing this since she's a kid. That's why they say she really just. Some people say, you even say that you think she kind of slow in some areas, except for entertaining. Like she can entertain her ass off, but
She was maybe slow in some, but now maybe slow because she under the influence.
under the influence. And how long have they been doping her up like this?
Yeah,
Was it
we don't know.
just since Jay-Z? So this is the next thing though that I did want to bring up is they saying she dropped Carter from her last name. But I'm gonna play this lady who's talking about it. I think a couple people have audio. Hold on, let me pull that up.
Week's episode, the women.
Let's see. Where did I see that at? It must be Instagram. You said no, you're not. Wait, hold on. I didn't even see. You said you're not a fan of no damn Beyonce? Not damn. I just don't think the dress was inappropriate and she wants to be like her mom. But what I'm saying is you have to look deeper. That's why all this stuff is happening right now with Diddy and even Jay-Z. I'm gonna throw him in there too because the accusation and the allegation is still there about the 13-year-old girl. So what I'm saying is it's not as simple as, in my opinion, let me just say that it's not, in my opinion, it's not just as simple as she just wants to follow in her mom's footsteps and da da da. Because the thing is that her mom got where she is because of things they do behind the scenes that are demonic. People are breaking down all these videos. Drunken Love, for instance, there's a lot of symbolism in there. They say they do sex rituals after every big concert, award show. Jay-Z and her do these sex rituals so he can get that energy from her that she gets from her fans. And this is how they rise in power, because they use demonic things to raise themselves. So what I'm saying is, why would you put your daughter in the middle of this, and on top of that have her a 12-year-old prepubescent, this is still a child, in a strapless push-up gown? 12. I mean, if you don't think that's inappropriate, of course that's your opinion. I'm just saying though, don't make it seem like we overreaching, because okay, so she's changed her name. I think this is it. Let's see.
Emergency meeting. Rate Beehive and Beehive only. I am calling an emergency meeting right now. So get in here. Did you see this? Okay, so I pulled this article from the Daily Mail. Now, we know the Daily Mail can sometimes be accurate and sometimes it's not. It's hit or miss, right? So I didn't want to just run with this. I said, let me fact check this. Okay, so what they're saying is that when Beyonce was named, she was named this week in Forbes magazine, where she normally has her name listed as Beyonce Knowles Carter, that she's dropped the Carter. Of course, this is coming on the heels of this Jay-Z being named in this lawsuit and being accused of a 13-year-old child. We haven't heard anything from Beyonce when it comes to this. Now, the queen has been busy this week, okay? She had to support her daughter, our niece, Blue Ivy, because she had the premiere of Mufasa. Then we also had the promo for the Christmas football game and the concert for Cowboy Carter. Aside from that, it is just not in her nature to respond to something like this. But one thing about our queen is she's very calculating. She doesn't do anything without full intention. So let me show you this. Beyonce Knowles. Now, here's what I want to know. Did Forbes do this? Are they just being messy? Or did she say to them, drop the Carter and just list my name as Beyonce Knowles? What do y'all think is going on here?
So yeah, they say Beyonce don't do nothing by accident. And you see here that her name in Forbes is listed as Knowles and not Knowles Carter, as I guess she was doing prior. And my thought when I saw this or heard this is that if anything is probably is connected to what's going on with Jay and what they know is coming down the pike. Because I swear I heard somebody say that they raided a Malibu house of his months ago that nobody reported on it. But so she probably knows more than way more than we know. And maybe business for business reasons, she might have had to do a name change legally and try to separate some stuff because she don't want to end up broke or have her money going down the drain to his legal defense. Let me just Queen, are we gonna do this? Okay, you said you don't think the dress was inappropriate. That's fine. Okay, all of this is your opinion, and that's just fine. But I just surprised because you were here when we were dealing with the R. Kelly stuff that you would not think a little bit more deeper into the situation. But again, everybody has their own opinion. You said you don't have to dress a certain way to be violated. You can be dressed like a child and still get trafficked. But that's not what we're saying. That is true. The point is the predator's eyes are on her. Okay. And knowing what they know, they should not want their child. If Beyonce shouldn't even want her child in this business, knowing what she knows, being gone through what she's gone through and going through what she's going through. Because I think she's still going through the rugging and all the stuff. And they was at them Diddy parties, I guarantee. They own some tapes.
He was just kicking it with Diddy, I think. I know it was 6 months prior to the raid, but I want to say they said that I read that he was at Diddy house 2 weeks before the raid, like just, visiting, chilling, sitting on the couch, gave some advice to somebody that was there in the music industry. I want to say it was in Lil Rod's, Rod wasn't there 2 weeks before the raid. I read it somewhere. I'm gonna have to find it, but he definitely was there. And there was a party 6 months prior. I forgot which party it was. It was some party Diddy had. It might have been an all-white party or New Year's. I don't know, but he comes often, honey. And then it make you wonder. You remember when Megan Thee Stallion had got signed and everything? She did that interview at the Breakfast Club, and she got invited to the Beyonce and them house for New Year's, and it was a lingerie New Year's party. And she told Charlamagne the God and DJ Envy and them that she couldn't talk about, she said she came a little late. She thought that she wasn't going to be able to get in because, she was supposed to be there at a certain time. But she said, everybody had to have some sex, lingerie on or whatever. And they said, what happened? What went on when you got there? And she couldn't talk about it. And they asked, was it true that they do those sex rituals and stuff? Because it was some song or whatever, album, whatever, supposed to be coming out soon. And the way she brushed it off, it was sort of like, you answered your own question, bro. And ever since then, they done took Megan underneath their wings, child.
Shameful. All of this stuff is just crazy. I want to move on to LeBron, child. What is going on with LeBron James, y'all?
He look funny. Look at that stupid.
He look even funnier right here.
I know.
And this is a video too, by the way.
This is the picture. This is the picture, y'all, that had me dying when they said the fan in the stands was yelling at LeBron. He was like, we saw you in that maid. We saw the pictures. You was in the freak off.
Wearing a maid outfit.
Yeah,
let's hear what this guy has a take on it. Or he brings it up. Let's see.
What is going on with LeBron James? Bron has stepped away from all NBA activities. He's not even with the team right now. Not practicing. It's not because he injured, y'all. They said he's taking a personal break. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Timing is everything. So he couldn't have picked the worst time to take a personal vacation. You got a UFC star calling him out. You got a lot of fans speculating that he must be going through some of the allegations with the Diddy shit and the Jay-Z shit. I'm not saying he did anything. I'm just saying timing is everything. Let's just say, for instance, he is dealing with some allegations. The best thing he could have did was fake the injury and then said, I'm on the sideline. I gotta nurse this injury, so it's better I not travel with the team. So y'all let me know down in the comments. Do y'all think this is a coincidence? Or is LeBron preparing for the worst?
He's funny the way he gave his delivery.
Yeah. Oh, extra. There's another guy. Let me see. Did I save that, guys? That might be on TikTok. Hold on. What's his name? Oh. Hey, I don't have it. I must not have saved it. Wait.
Oh my goodness.
Let me see what the picture is. Where is LeBron? Where are you, LeBron? This is the song of the background of this. So that he did the video. He did the video with that song. It's not AI either. I'm telling you.
That was his Halloween costume.
I don't even know. Dang.
You know, I love these content creators. How they, if I was a celebrity, I wouldn't want to have no kind of smut on my name at all, because I know the world is gonna drag me. Okay, they go investigate. They go find out some shit that the damn fans didn't even know.
They're gonna find it. What is that chick's page? You won't believe. You won't believe. I can't tell. I think this is Instagram. You won't believe what? You won't believe me. Something official. Trying to find this one too, because he was pretty on point. I guess I don't know what happened to it, but child, they are saying LeBron has left the fucking building. They don't know where he's at or what he's talking about for personal reasons. Now, some people try to say he's just aging out at 39, going on 40 in this league, and that he can't keep up. Somebody recently just washed him on the court, and that's why.
He not like a Diddy party.
Ain't no party like a Diddy party. Well, LeBron, we don't know what's going on, but
I can get that for you, Daddy.
Queen said, "Hope he's not getting charged coming." Something happened. Somebody posted that Diddy and Jay-Z set his ass up, get the heat off of them, and he found out ahead of time, and he's out.
He getting the breast to stay on script. Because he come out doing some old fugazi stuff, then we know they took him on a personal break so he could get on script. And this is what you're gonna say when you get back on screen, okay? You see that?
Well, I know it's weird, but is it weirder than all these UFO claims and stuff that's going on now, y'all? What is this stuff about? They're saying they were saying there were drones.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's Now they're saying they're UFOs.
Let's be straight
Let's
with
see what they
us.
say.
Tell us what it is, and let's address it the best possible way so we can calm everyone down and make sure that these don't pose a threat to our national security and public safety. Because even if it is not nefarious, the fact that these things are flying all over is a public safety issue. There can be an accident. There could be an explosion. There could be a crash. This is a very densely populated area. And going back to the FAA restrictions, you cannot be flying these things above and around buildings if it's commercial or recreational. So something's not right here, and we need our government to give us answers and also put in place restrictions so that this does not continue and enforce the existing regulations and restrictions. And that means our government needs to follow those rules as well.
Yeah, to borrow her words, Tom,
Be straight with us.
we may finally get answers once one of these drones crashes into the ground or lands and is secured by law enforcement, but we are still waiting for that to happen. Once there can be forensics run on these drones, which are, as I mentioned, so highly sophisticated and can move so quickly, this is not a hobbyist using these drones. That is abundantly clear to law enforcement. Once we can run forensics on these drones, then the answers will become clearer as to who, where, and why they are here. We may finally get answers.
So, this thing has been going crazy over the last couple of days, and I'm gonna just play some of the sightings. Let's see. I think it's TikTok. Hold on. I'm just switching back and forth between. Where did I save this stuff at?
Do you think this has something to do with the cyber attack that happened?
Cyber attack? Which one?
Yeah, that happened between the 8th and the 9th, like the other day.
I don't think I knew about that.
Yeah, I wasn't able to access to get my information, like my gas bill, to download my award letter from the Social Security office on their website and stuff. And it was announced on Vegas News. It was a cyber attack that happened. They said a lot of people, either their social media pages, they had advised. I know in Vegas, I don't know about anywhere else. If you had an Android, try not to text a person that didn't have an Android till they got it resolved. Sort of like what happened in July when flights and stuff was getting canceled. I couldn't call out yesterday, you guys. We had a blackout for a minute in a lot of different parts in Vegas last night, yesterday. I forgot to tell you this, got it on. And I couldn't dial out for nobody. And if somebody called me, as soon as I tried to pick it up, it hung up. And it went on all night until this morning. And it took forever for my text messages to go out because I tried to check on my dad. Now, my lights did flicker on and off, but around me was total blackness. And it was the lights in the sky, the drones over, if UFOs or however they are, well, hello, and I love you too. And it was helicopters was flashing the light so bright down on my area and in my front of my apartment building. It seemed like it was a light flashing through the apartment. That's how, because helicopters get low, they flash the light, it lights up the whole place like it's daytime. And my sister-in-law didn't have power for a while, and the street lights, everything was out. But it was weird because the cell phone was not working properly. But not even my tablet, like a lot of things wasn't working. It took over 2 hours for one text message to get through to my dad. And if you could read it, and they was advising people to keep all your devices powered up because they didn't know if the whole city was going to be blacked out last night or not. But they said a cyber attack happened late evening on the 8th, going into the 9th.
Y'all get those a lot, though, seem.
Yeah, and they were saying it was from China, but I don't believe it was from China. Just my personal opinion.
The cyber attack?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta plug this iPad in.
They wanted to blame the drones. Oh, it's from China. Oh, everything is from China. They need to stop blaming China for everything.
Yeah, I actually have somebody who's saying something that makes sense about that, but I'm gonna play this lady first because there's different takes to this, what's going on. So this is this lady. Let's see. Hold on.
What's happening?
Suddenly flying drones? They are not drones. True story. When I was 14 years old, 56 years ago, the power to our phone had been knocked out by a storm. My mother sent me down to the payphone to call the phone company and let them know. That's how we did it in those days. As I'm walking down the street, this orb, it was huge, began to rise behind the trees that were a little ways before me. By the time this thing got up in the sky, it was huge, just like that. It was gone. I ran home and told my mother I was hysterical because I thought the world was coming to the end. Beloved, these things have been coming here probably longer than the 56 years ago that I saw it. They are not drones. They are orbs of an unknown origin that only God knows where they're from.
So that's her take. And people have, let's see, this guy.
You add to the insanity and excitement. Did you know that the
this is something else.
Very early in 2025, all hell is going to break loose. The volume of sightings, weird objects in the sky, it's off the charts. I am swamped by people sending me videos from all over the world. And it's not just in Bedminster, New Jersey. It's not just in the United Kingdom. It's India, Greenland, Russia, Kazakhstan, China, Japan. I cannot believe the volume of sightings that are going on at the moment. Something is showing itself in our skies. We are going to look back and we are going to say that the autumn of the drones was a turning point. There's consistent sightings of drones over military facilities. It sounds like nothing at the moment, but I wager it's going to turn out to be enormous. I think 2024 in future will be seen, ironically, as the calm before the storm. A reckoning is coming.
So that was like a warning to say, right now it's calm, but next year it ain't gonna be calm. We're gonna have a lot of. I told y'all in another live, a previous live, like maybe 2 lives ago, to brace yourselves for next year because we think we seeing a lot of stuff happen. What we're seeing is the beginning of something that is about to happen. Like it ain't happened yet. Whatever's about to go down. But this person's take. What's that noise? Is that me?
Neighbors upstairs.
Oh wow! Really?
Around this time, it's gonna go on to about 5 in the morning. It's gonna get louder than that. Like construction going on.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm looking for. Let's see. Is it this guy? Well, I guess I'll do this before I do the other thing. Okay, this guy says this is something else that's going on.
Did you know that the Pope on Christmas Eve is going to be opening 5 portals in a ritual that has never been done? Are you awake yet? We're already in the age of Aquarius. We already have Willow, the quantum computer chip that is telling everybody, yeah, there's parallel timelines. I mean, we already knew that, but confirming it. We have New Earth and the Great Awakening here. There's even more things that I can't even tell you yet that are coming. And on top of that, Pope thinks it's a good idea to open 5 portals and a ritual that's never been done. Are we cooked?
So he's saying the Pope is about to open 5 portals. Portals, you know, if you don't know about the portals, just Google it. I mean, honestly, but there's portals all over the world. They say that that's why a lot of the fighting in the Middle East is actually happening now because of oil, not because of, you know, the actual tangible things that they're monetizing and the capitalistic things. It's more so the energy banks and portals that they have in those areas that actually are very powerful and allow people and places to gain a lot of power. So they're fighting over the access to these portals and these grids as well. But let's see, we move on to this guy. Is that him? No. Where's that one? I might have uploaded the wrong picture, but I'll play this.
It's just going to get weirder and weirder and weirder, and finally it's going to be so weird
that people are going to have to talk about how weird it is. I look for the invention of artificial life, the cloning of human beings, possible contact with extraterrestrials, possible human immortality, and at the same time, appalling acts of brutality, genocide, race baiting, homophobia, famine, starvation. The mushroom said to me once, it said, "This is what it's like when a species prepares to depart for the stars. You don't depart for the stars under calm and orderly conditions. It's a fire in a madhouse." And that's what we have, the fire in the madhouse at the end of time. This is what it's like when a species prepares to move on to the next dimension.
So he's saying basically that we're shifting. And this actually was it says over 25 years ago, Terrence McKenna made this prediction about the future and moving on to a new dimension. Was he right? Everything he said is actually what's happening right now. So, think what you want to think, but spiritual warfare, exactly, Faye. Yep. He said that is so weird what's going on. There are a lot of strange things happening all at the same time. Did you say that LeBron was throwing a freak off? You mean when he was wearing the maid costume? That's probably he was probably taking a break, huh? Or about to get into the room.
He gonna bust down.
But yeah, what do y'all think about these? All of a sudden now they're disclosing the information about the UFOs. They were talking about the CIA the reports that were being leaked, or not leaked, but being actually made public, and as well as these congressional hearings they're having. But if you paid attention though to this lady, where is it? The lady that was talking, the first lady, she was asking for the government to put on some more regulations to these to these skies. We need more regulations, and we need you to actually do what you're supposed to be doing and protecting us. And somebody said, well, which one is it? I got so much shit in my phone. Basically, somebody, let me see if it
told you that an alien invasion is being manufactured.
Yeah, I found it. Let me play this, because this is what I think is happening. There it is. Okay, let's listen.
This is exactly. I told you that an alien invasion is being manufactured. Think about it. Do you really believe the oligarchs would tell us something that they don't want us to know? That slow drip of alien disclosures happening lately, UFO hearings, leaked videos, government officials reluctantly admitting there might be something out there. It's all theater, a drama designed to manipulate you. They want you to think the powers that be are resisting this disclosure, that they're being forced by public pressure to let the truth out. It's reverse psychology 101. The public celebrates, thinking they forced the truth out of the system, but it was part of the script all along. And why would they do this? Simple. Control. Think about it. What better way to unite the world under a single banner than by manufacturing a threat from beyond this planet? And this didn't come out of nowhere. No. Decades of alien-themed movies and TV shows have been conditioning us for this moment. They've drilled into our heads what an alien invasion looks like on the world stage and how it feels. They're priming you to react in exactly the way they want when the fake invasion happens. But here's the kicker. They're not stopping with just a fake invasion. They're going to fuse the concept of aliens with religion. Picture this. Instead of saying humans evolved naturally, they'll claim that aliens were our creators. Genetic modification, advanced technology.
And that actually is in line with everything that's going on with the robots. You got Elon Musk, who is now a part of Trump's administration, who is rolling out these robots. And now all of a sudden, we're seeing all these things in the sky. You heard the man say it's not just here, it's all over the world. He's getting people sending him stuff. And it's to invoke fear. And once they invoke fear, we'll pretty much let them do anything to protect us, right? I heard somebody saying, why aren't we being able to shoot these things down? And people were like, well, I would, but I don't want to go to prison. But the thing is that just like 9/11, when 9/11 happened, you know, who I believe, just like many people, that this thing was orchestrated. What happened following the 9/11? The Patriot Act. The Patriot Act invoked so many new laws. They put the TSA in place with the airlines, all these things for our protection. But really, it's more so spying on us. It's more so. Next thing is going to be, we need new laws for the FAA. We're going to probably see new police in the air to police the skies and all these things. I'm just telling you, it's a precursor to some things that they want to do in order to put in place more controls, just like this man said. So y'all got to stay woke. Yeah, it's like a movie has come to life. Exactly. We're not alone. And I do believe there are alien species, and I believe they've been here. They walking around with us. They look like us. They know how to put the masks on their face. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So any thoughts on this one, Miss Kim?
So I believe it, and I just say, welcome all respect and love. I'm on y'all side. Don't be upset with me, whoever you are. I just hope the United States be nice, lead with love and kindness.
Yeah. They people are trying to shoot these things down.
They better mind their business and stop.
But like I said, it's just too. I don't know. I guess because I've been knowing about this stuff. I remember 2010 Zeitgeist was a big deal. The Zeitgeist movie, and it was talking about all this stuff. It was just too much stuff. But the fact that they invoke fear in order to get our permission, I guess you could say, or have us buy into the new laws and things they want to put in place, and we're begging them to protect us, like, because people are scared.
But United States, they want to go. They go probing everywhere else, all up in space, every other countries, being nosy and stuff. So why can't nobody be nosy on us?
Yeah.
And even if it is another entity, and I mean, you curious about them, you're curious about us. I don't know. Then I really see it.
The word is, first of all, they've been around from,
Mhm.
they say, the 40s. The research I've done says since the 40s, they made themselves known to the government. And they actually made a pact with the government that if, the government supposedly gave them certain areas and territories they can do, because they were doing things, medical research on people, feeding on people, doing all kinds of stuff, and people were finding bodies and things. The government said, look, you got to keep this on the low, and we're going to give you certain areas that you could do whatever you want, but we need you to keep these areas safe. Like, we don't want none of that, because the people are going to go crazy. So that's why in these real weird areas, they say, we saw these UFOs, or we see these triangles on the grass, burnings from when they landed. And like, it's always some weird out of place, but these things, and in exchange, they give technology, they give information, all kind of stuff. You see all the films have been grooming us for this over the years. How many alien films is there out there? So many, right? And they want us to be not as scared. So that the agreement with the government was supposed to be that, okay, we'll lay low, but at this time, maybe, I think it was 20, there was a year, 2020 maybe, but they gave them a year to say, if you don't do what we say, unveil us or introduce us by this time, then we just gonna come out and do it ourselves.
Yep.
And so, being that we've had so many administrations since then, because of course every 4 years there's a new president, or every 8, depending on how many terms they get. All the presidents they find out all this information when they become president, but they all weren't adhering to the rules that these alien beings have put down for them. So now here we are. Now, is this the government, or is this them I don't know, but I do feel like it's them, it's the government right now, because they're trying to get us to allow them to do things in the skies to protect us. But I think it's also to prepare for the actual aliens, because they coming.
Mm,
So they need to do something. If they can't do it without telling us something,
yeah, that's true.
so I don't know. It's just it's crazy. It's gonna, obviously everything in the dark comes to light all the time. So
I wonder
um,
what are their real names. Like, who said they were, like, the government named them aliens? So I wonder, is that like a disrespect? I don't know, but
to call
the
them aliens.
government definitely, yeah. Like, what if it's our ancestors, y'all, spiritually coming down, coming back?
I don't know if they would need a drone or a
They
UFO. Faye said,
said they coming back in style in a different way.
they coming back fly, huh? Oh, oh, Faye, yeah, crop circles, Faye. That's exactly I was trying to come to term. You've seen
Oh,
that movie with the what the bleep do we know? I've seen that movie, and what the they want control, fear, and power, and there's a massive restructuring going on. Yeah, restructuring. Yep, it's almost exactly. We're not alone. I wonder why UFOs are coming to Earth. I think they've been here, and I think that, like I said, I think this obvious stuff is not them. I think it's the government, and they're preparing us for them, because they. And I remember back in 2010, not 2010, 20. When was this? 20. It was a few years back. There was a article about the United Nations hiring a person. They're called basically somebody to greet the aliens. This is an actual job. Now, why would somebody need to be hired for that? And they announced it. So, and this was literally like, it was on, like, it was everywhere. This article was everywhere, but nobody was really talking about it. I saw it and I was like,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
So I see you laying down and falling asleep. Before we go, I want to,
No, I'm not falling asleep. I had to put the tablet on the charger, and the cord is not that long.
up. Okay. But I wanted to, before we go, because I forgot about the Jason Lee thing.
Oh, I was gonna ask, did we? I couldn't remember. We done talked
Yeah.
about a lot,
Let's do
but
that real quick.
yeah.
So you guys know Jason Lee. He's the owner and operator of Hollywood Unlocked, which is a blogger. He's on YouTube as well. He actually did a video about Jay-Z and Beyonce, and I have some of the audio for that, because it's very interesting what he has to say, and the fact, the timing of it. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's because of what's going on publicly, but let's listen to that real quick.
Jason Lee.
Before we do that, can you mute while we listen, please? Thank you, ma'am. Okay.
Jason Lee. I'm getting calls. And I haven't even said anything.
Wait, you got to mute, because it's okay. Okay, let me start over.
Jason Lee. I'm getting calls. And I haven't even said anything. They ain't called me to go to the Rock Nation brunch. They haven't called me to go to the Gold Party. To accept being honored. They haven't called me when we offered to honor Jay-Z at the award show. They didn't call me to go to the press conference about striking the deal with the NFL while we were kneeling for Kaepernick. They didn't call me to ask me what I thought about her hair care product. They didn't call me to offer a free bottle of her perfume. I didn't get to go backstage on her tour for the Renaissance. In fact, when the video circulated, making it look like I've been chasing her around like a super fan, which I am a super fan, but I chase nobody. Nobody's called me to clear that up. I haven't gotten a delivery of white flowers with a little card from Beyonce. Why is everybody calling me now? Oh, and you also stopped. We not going to even go there. I stopped a major thing for Beyonce. Jason Lee. Didn't even get a thank you. And so why is everybody calling me now? Because I'm a firefighter. Because I run towards fires and I put them out, or I fan the flames. But why is everybody calling me now? And that's the problem that I have with this whole situation. But I am going to save
this conversation for Jay-Z. Jay-Z, you're watching. I know you're watching because you got people calling me. Stop having people call me. You can call me yourself. You know how to get my number. You know, you got people calling me. Call me yourself, because this right here is going to go viral. The way my job works on the internet, everybody's going to be clipping, sharing on TikTok. Watch this. Do your thing, TikTok. Jay-Z and Beyonce is going to see this. I am exhausted with. Didn't even get a thing. People calling me about Jay-Z and Beyonce. You've never called for anything else, and I haven't even said anything about you yet. And yet I'm getting all these calls. I've gotten more calls over the weekend about Jay-Z and Beyonce. You know, I think this is an opportunity to have a bridge and have a conversation about how this thing works, because I'm not a publicist. I am not I'm just Jason, okay? And I have opinions about unlocking Hollywood. Remember I said at the top of this show, or somewhere in the show, that I was in love with the entertainment industry until I found out it was Jeffrey Dahmer. This is part of the gnawing at the wrist that the industry does. You know, Black excellence, we don't show up for each other like we should. And then when the shit's about to hit the fan or some shit, you think I'm going to go fan some shit. Now you're showing up. You know, again, I'm not angry. I'm a little disappointed, because as much as I've loved this woman for years, I told you I don't like her as much as I used to. I still love her, but I'm not as super fan like I used to be. You know how much I was people calling me, and this woman, this is everything. And this together is everything. But is it? I think this is an opportunity to have a conversation, because I believe that we as a culture should be very supportive of each other before this stuff happens, so that way our proximity to it can help us tell the real story. That's why we got to be working together to tell our stories. But I will tell you, to the audience, if I do come up missing, all the calls I've been getting have been about him. And listen, I haven't had any threatening calls. Nobody has said that they're going to hurt me, so I want to go on record for that. This woman, this is everything. And this together is everything. But is it? I think.
Okay, so y'all heard him say if something happened to him, he pointed to Jay-Z. Now, you remember when Kanye said that he know Jay-Z got killers?
Yeah.
He told us. So yeah. Jason had to put it out there, because he said, I'm getting all these calls. So that's the whole point of what I was saying earlier about how they watching everything. They've been watching. They know Jason wanted them to call him and help do this and do that and get him on board with this and that. But they watched him be all thirsty. They're probably laughing at him.
Yeah.
And now look, laughing.
I just know whatever plan and little in cahoots, him and Diddy and diddlers and bopplers or whatever.
He's the jizzler. They say he's the jizzler.
No,
Jay-Z, Jay-Z's the jizzler. Diddy's the diddler.
Nothing's gonna work out in their favor. I just hope they know that.
So everybody, y'all just stay prayed up, child. Because a storm is a coming. I'm telling y'all, something is going down out in the world, and it's coming to your doorstep. And so I'm telling you, they talk about, and I'm still in disbelief. And I'm sorry to all you Trump supporters. I'm sorry that you voted for that motherfucker. But I still feel like he stole the election. I had in no way believe that he won that big, popular and the collegiate.
And that fast. The count was too fast.
And it was fast. Because usually these things take days.
They said it was going to take some days. And then 20 minutes later, he in there. Like how?
Exactly. And then you got Elon Musk. All of a sudden now he got and this was, I think, his payment for what he did to allow him to be a part of his administration. You know, so Elon Musk bragging about how he has this voting thing that he did, or he did a poll. Oh, I forgot what he called it, some kind of polling thing that he had invented. But I think he invented something else. And Trump was even telling everybody, oh, I don't need your vote. I don't even need you to vote. I got this. Like, come on. And then why do if it like how he did, how he was raising hell last time he lost. Why didn't we do that? Not we, but the people, the Kamala people.
Yeah.
But they just laid down. They just laid down for it. So, all right, y'all. I guess that's gonna do it. We've been here a good couple hours now, so I think we've done enough. We talked about everything. I just tried to catch up because I haven't been on here in a couple of days, but I think we caught up to this point. I'm looking forward to see how BuzzFeed reacts to this whole 13-year-old accuser situation and what's the judge gonna say, because Jay-Z already done filed to drop that thing and to also make her reveal who she is. So we got a lot of wait and sees. Everything is wait and see. So I might as well start calling this the wait and see.
Yeah. Wait and see part 1. Wait and see part 2.
Wait and see to the infinity.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, you guys enjoy your Sunday. And
Yes.
we'll be back on Monday. Peace and love. Make sure you like this video on the way out if you haven't, and subscribe. Love you.
Yes. Love you.
Thank you, Faye. Bye.
Love you, Faye.